Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to dive into the fundamentals of for loops in Python. If you've ever wanted to automate repetitive tasks in your code, you're in the right place. So, what exactly is a loop? Imagine you have a list of tasks you need to do, like sending an email to every person on a list. Instead of writing the code to send an email for each person one by one, a loop lets you write that code just once and have it run for every single person automatically. It's a fundamental concept for writing clean and efficient code. In Python, the for loop is your go-to tool for iterating over sequences. A sequence can be anything like a list of items, a string of characters, or other iterable objects. The basic structure is simple. You write for, followed by a variable name we choose, then in, and finally the sequence you want to loop through, followed by a colon. The indented block of code below it is what will be executed for each item in the sequence. Let's look at a practical example. Here we have a list of fruits. The for loop goes through this list, one fruit at a time. In the first run, the variable fruit holds the apple emoji. In the second, it holds the banana, and in the third, the grape. Inside the loop, we simply print the current value of fruit. Strings are also sequences, but they are sequences of characters. So, you can use a for loop to go through each character in a string. In this example, we're looping through the word Python. The loop assigns each character, one by one, to the variable char, which we then print to the screen. What if you don't have a sequence to loop over, but you just want to run a block of code a certain number of times? For this, Python gives us the range function. If you give it a single number, like 5, it will generate a sequence of numbers starting from 0 up to, but not including, that number. So, range of 5 gives us 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The range function is quite flexible. You can also give it a starting and a stopping value. For instance, if you want numbers from 2 to 5, you can use range of 2, 6. Remember, the loop will always stop right before the second number you provide. So it includes 2, 3, 4, and 5, but stops before it gets to 6. You can even add a third number to the range function, which is called the step. This tells the loop how many numbers to skip. For example, if we write range of 0, 10, 2, the loop will start at 0 and count up by 2s, giving us 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Python also allows you to put loops inside of other loops. These are called nested loops. For every single turn of the outer loop, the inner loop will run completely. In this example, for the first adjective red, the inner loop will pair it with both apple and banana. Then, the outer loop moves to the next adjective, big, and the inner loop again pairs it with apple and banana. To wrap things up, remember that for loops are essential for iterating over sequences like lists and strings. The range function is your best friend for looping a specific number of times, and you can customize its start, stop, and step values. Finally, nesting loops allows you to handle more complex, multi-layered iteration tasks. Mastering loops is a huge step toward writing powerful and automated Python scripts.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.